Now, recent research in cognitive science has confirmed that performance increases when we think less. If a tennis player were to think of where a ball might be instead of seeing where that ball actually is, it would be too late and he'd miss it. Mindfulness enables us to respond quickly and effortlessly to attain peak performance in any situation.
Trying is a really interesting phenomenon, because to try to do something is to not do it.
We're trying to do things rather than just doing things.
If I said to somebody, could I have a glass of water? And they said, I'll try to get you a glass of water, that wouldn't make much sense.
What does trying look like? And it looks like this.
Try not, there is no try. Just do or do not.
Which is actually very trying, to be in that state of kind of having to look like you're trying.
And accept whatever you do is fine for now. We'll get better over time. So don't try to do anything.
A very good example, I think, is from the film Matrix. There is this moment when Morpheus and Neo having a kung fu sparring, and Morpheus says, "Don't try to hit me," and hit me. And that's exactly, we're trying to do things rather than just doing things. And mindfulness teaches us how to do things without trying to do things.
When you prepare for an interview and you go into the interview and then they ask you questions that you haven't prepared for, and you're sort of thrown because you're there ready-made with your answers and you don't do a very good job of it. And then when you come out of the interview and you're walking down the stairs and you have what the French call l'esprit d'escalier, it's like, oh yeah, I should have said that. That's what I should have done. It's like, then you get your intelligence back. Before the interview, before you are wise, and afterwards you are wise. But in between, you are otherwise. And otherwise means it's like you're trying to find something clever which you bring to the situation and want to use.
What I think we're able to achieve with the mindfulness training is the best of both worlds. The alertness of the central nervous system without the anxiety, and the calm, relaxation, and pleasantness of the parasympathetic system without the drowsiness. So there was an interesting study where they were in the scanner during the same experiment, and they were presented with the digits on the screen between 1 and 9, and they had to judge whether the digit was odd or even. So as you can imagine, it's a simple task, you don't need to think about it much, but the novice meditator here, you can see the brain is on fire. The prefrontal cortex is engaged, a lot of visual cortex is engaged, motor cortex is engaged. I called it ego effort. This person has a very strong sense of, really need to do this task. I'm really going to go for it. I'm going to do it well. Behaviorally, they're performing on the same level. It's a simple task, what we call on the ceiling level, so both performing well. But what's happening with the experienced meditator? Only absolutely essential bits of the brain for the performance of this task. So one is expending a lot of energy to do the same task, whereas the other one just, you can say, in a state of flow.